Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our daily word this morning. You can join me for our time together and our continued conversation through the daily word and what it means for us and how it affects our lives in our daily walk and what it means for us as we live. Our today is daily word number 634. So thanks for carving out time. Thanks for saying good morning to me or good afternoon, whatever it is for you, and for always hanging out with me and just joining me in this rather long journey that we have together. So our text for this morning comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. It's just these few words, but they're powerful. And it says this: "For we walk by faith and not by sight." Now, part of that I've always heard and said and connected to, we walk by faith, not by sight, lest anyone should boast. So we walk by faith. Through the sunniest of days, through the darkest of nights, through the snow and the rain and the clouds and whatever it is, we walk by faith. Now, it's true that we need good eyesight. I remember when I got my first pair of glasses, and what I realized how bad I need them. Way back when I was a freshman in high school, I believe, and now, I need them all the time. Now, you'll catch me without them. I'm reading or working at my desk, but typically I have them on all the time because sight is such an important thing. But this physical sight that we have, mine repaired with glasses, corrected with glasses, is part of our journey, but we're reminded in our lives that we walk by faith and that we trust that God guides us in those kinds of ways in our faith and in our faith journey. So I started this week, some of you know, I started this week going to Coldwater to physical therapy. It's not really a bad drive at all. I haven't been there for a really long time, but it's not a bad drive. And it's quiet, and I'll be going there pretty soon. Today, actually, for my second visit. But along the way, I listen to the radio, but along the way, looking at all the things, and I'm reminded that it's in those moments, that I find a bit of quiet time, a bit of restoration, a bit of conversation with God, and asking God to continue to be with me and guide me in my life, and ask the question, okay, God, what is it that you want from me? God doesn't always, probably never speaks in this audible voice from the radio. Hey, Jim, here's what I want you to do. But it's in those moments that I know that in my life, I'm really called in my faith journey to walk by faith, not just by sight. When I first went there on Tuesday, I put it in my navigation in my car so it would get me there. And if you use your navigation in your car, it talks to you, get ready to turn, it beeps, turn right, gets you right there. You've arrived at your destination. I appreciate that guidance from that navigation system in my car. We're reminded that faith is like that. Faith is deep inside of us. It's this integral part of who we are. It guides us in our lives. And sometimes, we walk by faith when we're alone, in the darkest of nights, or in my drive today, we walk by faith. Even in the crowd of people, we do that. But we're also reminded that we walk by faith when God requires us to live our lives differently, when God moves us a bit out of our comfort zone. When I went to therapy on Tuesday, I've been with physical therapy for a long, long time. My new therapist, because it's a whole brand new thing, she said to me, Jim, everything you know about physical therapy, forget it, because it's not what we're going to do. And she has this new challenging thing for me that I've never experienced before, she said, and it's going to really challenge me and push me. So, I left there thinking, man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this or not, or do I want to do this? Walk by faith, not by sight, so that we don't boast. And so, friends, as we live our lives in this season of Advent, we talked last night at church about hope and what hope means for us and how hope drives us and challenges us. Through this Advent season, hope, peace, joy, and love, those candles that we'll light, the conversations we'll have on Wednesday night. By the way, if you missed Wednesday night, I'd never made the dish we had, sheep pan chicken with dressing, and it was really pretty good. There was hardly any left, which is a really good thing. When we gather on Wednesday nights to talk about these words and a little bit deeper and see how they affect our lives, we're reminded too in the season of Advent, when it gets dark really early in the day and it seems like the nights last forever. It's then that we're called to walk by faith. When times are difficult, when we're challenged in life, it's then what we're called to walk by faith. And I think when we walk by faith, it's almost like getting a pair of glasses. Our vision is corrected. It gives us the steps that we need to take. And so I pray that, friends, as you live your lives, as we live them together, as we live them in community, that we'll continue to walk by faith. And I'm going to know that on my journey today, I'm going to set my GPS again because I have to go from Coldwater to Ada to get my mom so we can go to the dentist in Findlay. So I'll reset my guidance in my car. And it's like that in our faith and in our conversation with God, that God guides us and leads us in all of our days. So have a great day. Know of God's love that surrounds you. Know of my love for you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.